Our 2 cents.
With Oscar.
Hello, and it is midweek, as I like to call it. No, it's not midweek. It should be hump day, the middle of the week. Welcome once again to our 2 cents. It is I, Oscar, your host, and today we're going to have another conversation with King Ril, another content creator from TikTok. But first of all, that was uneducated of me. I apologize. First of all, I'd like to say Happy National Park Service Founders Day. Is it Teddy Roosevelt the one that did the Parks and Recreation thing, right? So it should be called Teddy Roosevelt's Day, I think. I don't even know what that guy did. I've heard it before, so I thought I repeated it. Anyways, also, Happy National Whiskey Sour Day. Whatever that means. If you're a drunk fellow, whatever the case might be, then it's all up. It's all your day if you want to take it. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do with it, right? Anyways, it is National Kiss and Makeup Day. So again, if you're mad at anybody, just let it go and make up. Anyways, let's go and send our invitation to our friend King Ril from TikTok, and let's wait for a response. Hopefully he joins us. So what's been up? I mean, for me, anyways, at least for me, I've been, I had plans this week. My week was already planned, and anytime you get ready for something like you're working on, the work comes and hits you with. You guys are gonna be working more time now. Anyways, it is what it is. We'll do what we need to do for right now. I'm not complaining. I just thought it was a nice topic to lead off of because I couldn't think anything else of for wasting my time. While maybe wasting my time is the wrong. See, as I was saying it, I was like, "That's wrong. That's wrong. Abort! Don't say it." But it came out. I apologize. It's not wasting time, but like waiting. And I don't even know. Maybe I'm just making it too much, and now it's just weird. I made it weird, right? Yeah, I did. Anyways, like I said, we are waiting for it. Oh wait, I'll cut this out. I just made the biggest mistake of. I tend to do this all the time. You'll have to excuse me, and I apologize for my. Anyways, I resent it. See, this is what happens when you're tired from working 12-hour days, and they want you to work 12 hours every day, right? This is exactly what happens. My fault. I like to see it as an opportunity for a growth moment, right? Or a learning experience, shall we call it? Yeah, I'm gonna go with learning experience. It was I'm gonna have to see. I'm 100% sure I'm gonna go tell my wife this story, right? I'm gonna go tell her, hey, I messed up the first 15, 20 minutes of what was supposed to be the conversation with King Ril, RIL, by the way. And I really, how do we call it? Dropped the ball. Jesus Christ. We'll be better. We'll get better. We'll get better. We'll just work at it. Hopefully this one I did send it to the right location. I double checked. Let me see. Let me triple check again. Yes, that is. Hopefully, whoever that other email is, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to block them, right? Yeah, I should be able to block them. Anyways, so I guess I had a comment on my. Let's see. We're waiting for our response. It says, "I appreciate you." Let's find out who it is. Rakesh R. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, but he said he appreciates me, and I like to say I appreciate too, Rakesh. I appreciate too. A lot of things in life, I appreciate them as well. Um, I don't know what kick you do, but I'll edit this out again. Go. So, anyways, I did mess up, and I don't even know how to apologize, but no matter. He has shown up to the room and will allow my friend Ril in, content creator from TikTok. See, there he is. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, what's up? How's it going?
I'm going great, man. Anyway, let me apologize. Let me start off with this because I told you I sent you the link and I had sent it to the wrong email. I had put the 43 twice, and I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" I'm over here already judging, and I was like, "He's not showing up. He doesn't want it. Oh well." No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, not at all. It's all good, bro. It's all good.
I messed up. I apologize, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, and then we'll take it from there. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Go ahead and plug in your TikTok, your Instagram, your YouTube, all of that good stuff too, please.
Okay. So my name is Ril Links. I'm an actor from New York City. You can find me on TikTok at king.ril, on Instagram at king.ril as well. But on Instagram it's 2 I, so it's KIING.ril. And on YouTube it's Ril TV. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, awesome. So what do you do, man? With your platforms?
Yes. Currently, right now, I work at a hotel. I used to work at for the Board of Education here in New York City, but I left so I can pursue my acting full time, and I can actually content create full time as well. So I just recently left like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Oh, awesome! You just decided to just dive into it right away, right?
Yeah, it's something I've been acting is something I've been pursuing for a long time, but I've kind of been half doing it because because of work, and it's like I can't go on auditions when I want to. I can't go to rehearsals because of work. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to live life with regret. So I'm just gonna
I hear you. I hear you. Look, it's exactly the reason why I told you at a certain hour, and then I was like, hey, can we push it to a later hour? Is exactly the same reason why you're saying you're stepping away from your regular job, right? That's what I was dealing with today. So they hit us with, you guys got to stay 12 hours today. So they requested it, so I'll do it. I enjoy what I do, but it's not what I want to do. This is what I like doing. I like doing this, talking to people and just creating content. I'm a work in progress. I mean, I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but as long as I've started, I see it as a work in progress, and success will come with time.
I think as long as we're taking steps, we're going where we're supposed to go. Like I think the longer we just stand still is where we sit in the same place. If we take a step forward, we're making progress, and that's all that matters.
Right, of course, yeah. I believe that too, because before when I would just wish I would do a podcast, wish I would create something just to post instead of just being the normal person just scrolling through the feed, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that made me feel, I don't know, some sort of way. But now that I actually do this and I make a couple videos here and there every now and then, I can't do it full time because like I gotta work a job. So I mean,
Right. I understand.
I'm not luxurious like you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I wish.
I'm just kidding.
I
I'm
wish.
just. But hey, I admire the courage that you're having to
Yeah.
step out of your comfort zone and just go for it.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm nervous as hell. I'm telling you that right now. I'm like, how is this gonna work out? But you know, like, it's investing in yourself at the end of the day, right? Like, you gotta bank on yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, how do you expect other people to invest in yourself, right? Like,
Right.
and I'm pretty sure it's the same reason why, like, you officially like started a podcast. You're like, you know what? Nah, I gotta, because I know there's something in me, so I gotta do it. You know?
Right.
And I feel like that's what it is.
Exactly. That's how I always felt. I mean, but even when I wasn't pursuing anything, I always felt like I want to be doing something. I want to have a network of friends where we shoot ideas at each other and, you know, we become successful.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
you know, the partying was more fun at the time, so you know that's what I stuck at doing, and here we are today. You know, that's why maybe I like to think that I might be a little late at this, but as long as, like I said earlier, as long as I get started, it doesn't matter when or how, but as long as I get it going, I'll get there eventually.
Right. Like, I don't think there's a necessary late time, because, you know, sometimes if we get things too early, we mishandle it, right? Like, if you give a child an egg too soon, they'll just smash it in their hands, right?
Yes.
But a child who, like, at the age of 7, 8, understands that they need to be fragile with it, right? So it's
Right.
like we get things at the time. I truly believe we get things at the time we're meant to get it, you know, because any sooner, who knows what could have happened,
Right.
you know?
You know, I've been thinking about this question now that you mentioned this. Like, if we would have gotten there early, maybe we would have mishandled it. How do you like the question? What would you tell your 15-year-old self if you could go back and tell it? Do you like that question, or how do you see that question?
I hate it. I hate it because it's like, if I give myself the advice that I did not have, I'm now changing my trajectory, right?
Yes.
I'm changing where I'm gonna go.
Yes.
But at the same time, I know that I needed that advice, right?
Right.
And at looking at my 15-year-old self, I'm like, damn, you really could have used that advice, right? So it's like,
you look at yourself, you're like, poor lost soul, where was I?
Yeah, if only you knew.
Right. Yeah, you know,
Right.
I was just thinking about that yesterday. Actually, I was like, but if I go back and tell my 15-year-old self something I know now and I didn't know then everything's gonna change. Nothing's
Right.
gonna be the same anymore, because whatever situation you put yourself in, it's whatever situation got you to meet whatever person, and that molded you into whatever you are today, whatever
Exactly.
decisions you're making. So if I could go back and tell my 15-year-old self a good advice, I'd probably, like you say, like the egg expression that you just gave us.
Yeah.
Like I would
Yeah.
probably have that egg and just squished it and just dropped it all over the place instead of just caressing
yeah.
that egg until it became a chick, you know, until I had a chick or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually a trend on TikTok right now, I think, like, where people, like, they're making these videos where, like, they're talking to their 15-year-old self, was like, and they're asking themselves questions and stuff like that. And it's just like, I don't know if I was gonna do it, but I'm like, I don't know if I'll do it. I don't know if I'll tell myself anything, you know, like, because again, it's just so many things. It's like, in movies, you hear something like anything that has to do with time travel, you hear something called the butterfly effect. Like, if you step on a butterfly, it changes the whole timeline. So it's just like, would I still be here? Would I even be alive? Like, you know,
what
like,
would
who
change?
knows?
Yeah, nobody knows.
Risky.
Yeah, that question really does bother me though, because I don't think I would tell. Like I hear what everybody's saying, that they would tell the advice or anything, but I agree with you that I wouldn't tell myself nothing. I would just look at myself and be like, just poor soul. What are you going through? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, anyways, what other plans you got with your YouTube? And you working any videos or what's your main goal with your videos?
So currently my YouTube is not as active as my TikTok or Instagram. The only reason being my YouTube, I would like it to be more full length skits, like maybe 5 minutes or more. And
Okay.
currently I've been working on things that's been between 1 to 3 minutes. So that's like perfect for Instagram and
TikTok,
TikTok
yes.
and stuff like that. Um, but I am working on certain skits, you know. But my goal right now is just create my audience on TikTok and Instagram, so that way, you know, I have a platform on YouTube,
Yeah.
and it's not as hard, and I'm not just
If some
like shooting arrows in the dark kind of thing. You know,
right.
I'm actually reaching out to my audience, and it's an audience that can reply to me and things like that. But ultimately, you know, I want to continue acting on big screen and stuff like that. So
Okay.
that's the ultimate goal.
Any what's your major acting project that you worked on recently? Or you haven't worked on any yet, or
I've done stage. I've
okay?
been mostly doing stage. I've done plays like Othello. I've done damn, what else have I done? I've done a play called Milk Like Sugar. Um, I've done Julius Caesar. I've done Oregon, Tartuffe. Excuse me, I played Oregon, but I've done a play called Tartuffe. So I've
Okay.
done mostly plays. I've done some on-screen work, but it's all like been background work. Like you'd see me passing by, and that's
Mm.
mostly it. But anything of lines, I have not done yet, which I'm hoping, you know, I get the opportunity to do so. Because again, film is my end goal. I want to continue to act and direct
Right.
on film and stuff. So that is the end goal. But I haven't done anything major yet. So I'm
Okay.
hoping by the end of this year I book something major.
Hey, I hope you do too, man, and let us
Thank
know
you,
so we can
thank you.
watch it too, like
Yeah,
for
definitely.
reals. Like
Yeah,
it's
thank you.
awesome. Like the year that, like I said, that you had decided to just go head on to it. You know, um,
Yeah.
what's the difference between I know the cameras and everything, but like nerve wise, what's the difference for you? Stage acting and camera acting. Is that how
On
you
camera.
refer it? On camera, yeah, on camera.
So for me, on stage, it's an animal because it's like the energy from the audience. You before they even like clap or cheer or boo, excuse me, you feel the energy. You can feel, and you're as an actor when you're on stage, you're feeding off the energy of the audience. You know, and every show is different. You're doing the same play about 7 to 8 times in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, right?
Right.
But it's a different show each time where like maybe just the energy is different, or maybe someone skips a line, so like now to the energy is just different.
Okay.
Whereas um whereas on camera it's a bit more tedious in my experience. Again, I haven't done anything um major, but I've done like independent stuff, and it's tedious. Like you do the same scene about 13 times. You gotta do it the same exact way, and it's a very tight shot. Where versus on stage, you're taught to be broad and open. Like you're supposed to very big expressions and like, oh, I need to go to this bank that's all the way over there. But
Mm-hmm.
when you're on camera, it's like you gotta keep it tight. You gotta,
Right.
you know. So
That
it
makes sense.
yeah. So there's some big differences. Some very big differences.
Of course, there had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understood that there was a big difference, but I wasn't thinking of like you said, with the camera is just in whatever the camera gets, right? That's pretty much
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as far as your content creation, do you have a team or how do you work it?
It's just me.
Oh, okay,
it's
awesome, awesome, right?
it's just me. I would like a team, but I would I think at the time that it's needed. Like currently, I'm able to handle things by myself. If anybody would ever approach me and they're saying they would want to, you know, to make it a team and things like that, I'd definitely look into it.
Mm,
It's not that I was shut it down. I just haven't seen the reason for me to
right.
to form a team.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work with my friend,
Mm-hmm.
and he was into it. And this is the problem with having a team. Like your mindsets are not going in the same direction. So me and him used to just do the podcast by ourselves, just like talk shit back to each other,
Right,
and
right,
and but it wasn't that he wanted it to be his priority, and this to me is my priority.
right.
So it was a conflict of interest, I guess, between him and I. So at the end, I was just like, you know what? Don't worry about it. It's not a responsibility that you have to worry about it any longer. So if you want to still record with me, let me know. We'll do it, and no hard
Yeah.
feelings or anything. But I'm just gonna take this by myself from here on. I told him because
Yeah, it's hard to find people who are as passionate as you are
of course,
in certain fields, and it's hard to find people who are willing to sacrifice what you are too. You
right?
know,
Yeah,
and like you said, like you're viewing it with like, yeah, I got to put everything into this, and this person's like, well, this is just a hobby to me, and it's like, dag, I don't want to be tied to somebody who this is just a hobby for them. I want this to be something
yeah,
eventually.
yeah. I
You
wanted it
know?
to be something that I'm having fun, and I don't have to worry about. Oh, are they gonna show up today, or am I just gonna,
Yeah,
Yeah, that was the biggest thing at the time. But I enjoyed the conversations with him. I enjoyed the crap talking with him
yeah,
all the time. It was fun. But I
yeah,
mean, like I told you, it's different points of view and different end goals, I guess, with
yeah,
with the craft that we were trying to create, that we're trying to create still, I guess.
yeah,
But yeah, no, the only reason I asked that because that's one of the things that I get into my head is it's how do I create a team? How do I find the people? But that answer I sort of started answering myself already, by
hmm
at least not saying that I kicked him out, because I really didn't, because I still give him the option, hey, like, come back on if you really want. And I still
right,
mention it to him, hey, whenever you want, but he doesn't
yeah.
tell me yes or no, so I assume, it was a good thing that we parted ways, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, especially like with friends, like if if it goes on too long and you're both unhappy, the friendship turns sour,
Yeah.
right? So like that's a thing too, right? So it it's it's always a conversation. Like where's your head at? Like there was one project that I did with a couple of my friends, and we were all really into it. But then priorities started. You saw people, the attention started to divide, and it's like, okay,
Right.
let's take a step back for this, and let's find the time when we all have the time to do it together. Then we'll do it. Because if we keep going at this rate, we're gonna be at each other's necks. It's not gonna be pretty.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's good that you were able to like listen. You can come back whenever you want. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
hard feelings.
Yeah, because I didn't want him to feel like, hey, I'm just kicking you out, and whatever you worked with me, it's worth
Yeah,
nothing. I didn't want him to feel that way, and it was, it was I was really being honest with him. I was just like, hey, I don't like that this is not your priority, and that was the end of that, But yeah,
yeah,
that wasn't fun. It wasn't a fun week,
yeah.
but I there's the times that I do this by myself. Um, I find it hard to go back and listen to him because I'm like, you sound like you're complaining all the time.
No,
So,
I think no. I mean, I don't. And when we spoke, in on TikTok, I'm like, so I went back to watch a couple of your stuff. I'm like, at least I don't get that.
oh, okay,
I
that's
don't.
good
I
then.
don't get that.
That's good
So
feedback then, I guess. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah. No, but I get down on myself a lot. I don't know if you do the same when you create something. I talk about this all the time with everybody
Oh,
too, by the way. I have what I call, and I mentioned it multiple times throughout the last 5 episodes, because 5 episodes ago is no more than five. I want to say probably 10 episodes. I can't even talk. 10 episodes ago, I discovered the word. I forgot it already. pu- pu- syn- Imposter syndrome. Damn, I'm sorry. I
okay,
apologize.
okay.
I
No.
discovered the word imposter syndrome, right? And
hmm
I just been saying it that's what I have, because anytime I create something, I beat myself so hard. Oh, it's no good. There's no point of this. But then I turn around and I tell myself, remember the end goal, because my goal has always been put in 10,000 hours worth of work. And at the end of those 10,000 hours, and we don't see at least some gain out of it, then we'll probably change course or change direction. Right. But as long as I keep putting in my work, I tell myself I'll be all right. But when I create the content, it's hard for me to let it go up online. I have my wife here telling me in my ear like all the time, like just do it. You already have it done. Just do it. But it's hard. What about yourself? Do you find the same thing with you?
Yeah, it's hard because I'm very critical of myself. I'm my worst critic. First of all, I cringe at watching myself. Like after I've done it, I don't go back and watch it. It's hard for me to go back and watch it because I can't enjoy it because I'm always like, okay, you should have done that. And which is a good thing, right? Like you're looking at the things that you could have done better. But if you can't enjoy it, it's hard, you know? So I get what you mean. It's just like, oh man. And then there's been times I've created like the full content that I wanted to do, and I just deleted it. I'm like, nah, it's not good enough. And it's like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you being, you're not, you know, like, but again, I don't want to say it's self-conscious. I want to make sure that I'm putting out the best possible version of me, you know, no flaws. And again, it can't be perfect, right? But I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. You know, I'm always nitpicking and things like that.
Do you like Post Malone?
Post Malone? No, like no, I don't. As a rapper, right? He's a
okay. Don't like not as a rapper, as far as his success. Let's just
as a success, yes.
Okay,
yes.
All right. You know, that's what I think about too. When I start beating myself down, I start thinking about his old music videos. Oh my God, they're horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think about that and I see his music videos today. I'm like, all right, so that was the beginning and this is the end product right here.
Exactly, so, right.
So I tell myself, maybe in 10 years I'll be watching these videos and I'll be probably be cringing the same way I cringe with Post Malone videos. So
right. Right. Because I've seen there's like my first ever video on YouTube. I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, and at the time I had the confidence to put it up like, yeah, this is great. This is amazing, you know? And I'm looking at it now with all the knowledge I've gained and all the lenses that I've put on my eyes. And it's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have done that. That was not good. You know?
But the thing is, if you didn't do that, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing today.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you know, it's always hard at the beginning. You know, at least for you and I mean, at least for myself, I'm at a level where I'm just starting still. And,
Same.
And all I'm thinking is, all right, what's this? What could this become if I keep at it? Because every other successful person that I hear is just keep at it. That's what they all say. Just keep at it, you know. And I like listening to successful people, even though, you know, sometimes those videos could be way too much out there. But the thing is,
they're far removed from our situation.
Yeah,
they're so far removed. But I do too. Like, you know, if you want to be successful, you have to listen to what these people are talking about, what their story was. You know, I listen to podcasts all the time. There's this guy. His name is Jay something, but his podcast is On Purpose. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
No, but go on.
I think he's in California too, I think. But basically, like, he interviews a lot of people who, you know, he's interviewed Will Smith, Oprah Winfrey. Like, he interviews people and, you know, their mindset and what's taking them from where they are now, where they were before and where they are now, and just things like that. But I like to, you know, listen to those kind of people, TD Jakes, Will Smith, whoever, you know, just to pick up what I can, whatever gems I can, you know, like, oh, I can add that to my schedule, you know. There was this podcast that I listened to, and they said something about the 5 a.m. club, about you should join the 5 a.m. club. I'm like, what's the 5 a.m. club? It's where people literally get up at 5 a.m. and start their day. Like, they're working out.
Hold on. Is that surprising to you?
I don't have to get up at 5 a.m. to start my day.
Oh my God. Like, okay, let me tell you what time I get up.
What time you get up?
3:30 in the morning.
What? No
I
way.
work construction. That's why. So I have to be
Okay,
ready
so,
to go at 5 in the morning. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So I was working in education for a good
Oh, that's
10
right. Yeah, you
years.
did say that. Yeah. Of course. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so I didn't have to get up. So I'm like, get up. What do I have to get up at 5 a.m. for? Like, I
what
don't
the hell,
mind,
right?
you know?
Yeah.
But now, of course, that's a routine that I'm getting myself into. Not successfully yet. Like every 2 days I'm doing it. But like
You'll
the
get there.
third day,
Yeah.
I'm trying.
You just gotta get in the right routine, you know.
Yeah.
Right now, at first, you know, when I started working there, where I was working, it was hard for me to get up at 5 because I was used to getting up at 6, 7 in the morning, right? Because I was just working warehouse prior to that.
Right.
And now that I've gotten into my routine, I could more than likely I'm gonna say 99.9% sure that I can wake up at 3:30 without an alarm.
Wow. Yeah.
But it's annoying. Don't think it's all great and dandy. No,
Right.
Because in the weekends when I want to sleep in, because I'm like it's the
Your body's
weekend.
up.
Oh, I'm at 3 in the morning. I'm already like I'm up. Like Jesus,
Yeah.
I want to go back to sleep, but I can't. You know, because all week long I've been used to just getting up. But I'm sorry
Yeah.
I cut you off. Can you please keep going?
No, it's cool. But yeah, it's just the 5 a.m. club to me was a new phenomenon. Like, but like if you break down the hours in the day that you have, if you're waking, like I've never woken up like consistently like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Maybe on a Saturday, like I'll wake up and go back to sleep and I'm up at 9. But for people, there are people who get up at 10 a.m. and then they're going to sleep 10 p.m. It's like, what did you do with your day? You really don't have that much time in the day.
Just 12 hours.
Yeah, so it's the earlier you get up, the better it is for you and your goals,
But the thing is, you have to get good sleep too. Otherwise, your mind gets fuzzy too.
Yeah, that's true too. That is true.
What's your goal on sleeping hours?
I'm at least 5.
5. Okay.
At least 5.
There's a doctor that says at least 7 though to have to get a good night's sleep.
Yeah, but all right. So doctors will tell us at least 7, right? But sleep is something that we're gonna have to sacrifice for success at some point, right?
Yes.
They're like, I remember watching a Kevin Hart interview, and he was talking about he barely sleeps.
Yeah. You know what? Those
He
people are
barely
crazy, and I can see how. Because, like the days that I edit, I only get like 4 hours of sleep.
Right.
Like tonight, I'll probably end up going to sleep like at 10 and having to wake up at 3 again.
See,
Yeah.
and so it's like, can you yes, the doctor wants us to sleep 7, 8 hours. Yes, that's ideal. But for us that are trying to achieve, we're trying to break the barrier that's above us, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got to sacrifice certain things, and sleep is definitely one of those things.
Yeah, it's annoying too, because there's days where I'm like, oh, tomorrow I'm gonna go to sleep early, and then I start working on this, or just looking for somebody to talk to, which could take a long time, and it could be I could very easily divert into just watching dumb videos instead of looking for content creators.
Yes,
it's so easy.
Social media is so easy, so easily you slip down the slope so easily.
I don't know how many times I've gone any car crash rabbit hole when I'm supposed to be looking for somebody that I could talk to, that I can
yeah. It's like that, and it's crazy because especially with TikTok, where it's now it's 3 minutes, but it was 1 minute videos that you're just like, oh, this is not that much time.
I know.
And by the time you look up, you spent 2 hours on TikTok, and it's like, wow, that is not good. That is not,
I'm so glad my wife is not too much into social media the way I'm into it, because otherwise, those kids would not eat, man. No, I'm just kidding. When I'm by myself with them, and I'm actually working on the podcast, I'll just sit them right here, right next to me in the living room, and I'll be like, "You guys stay there. I'll be right here, just looking for somebody." And I hate it though, because they see me constantly with my phone on my face, like my phone in my face all the time. I don't really like it, but it's also one of those things that we're talking right now. It's one of those things that if we really want what we're chasing, we're gonna have to put in the work and sacrifice. Yeah. So it's hard to find the balance, but that's why at least in my schedule, I said the weekends just like, all right, I'm just gonna spend the weekend with them, and during the week I'll go to work and I'll work on my podcast.
Yeah,
And that's
it's all about scheduling. I think anybody who's like winging it, they don't truly want what they're saying they want, because you have to sit there and schedule the hours of work that you can put into things. Like I want to spend this amount of time reading, I want to spend this amount of time researching, I want to spend this amount of time recording, and actually respecting the schedule that you set for yourself. Because I found, that I would make like schedules for myself and not adhere to it. I would say, oh yeah, I'm only gonna spend an hour looking for, content. And then I'm spending 2 hours. So like I'm being unfaithful to myself. Like how like that doesn't make any sense.
Just 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes.
Yeah, right. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Yeah.
I want to finish this video. Oh, now I want to finish this other video.
Yeah.
That algorithm, it's so smart the way they've designed it. It's like It traps you. It's like it's got you in that bubble, stuck in there.
Yeah.
And we love it. We hate it, but we love it, right?
Yeah.
It's a love-hate relationship with these things. But the good thing about it is it's putting a lot of things into light. A lot of things, right? And that's the wonderful thing. But it is a good source of finding useful information and everything that I've learned, so like after high school, it hasn't been because I've gone to school for it. It's because thankfully we have social media, internet, and we find people like you that create content that you might know something that I don't, and I can come and ask you the question, and then we help each other out, and you link with people, right? And that's what's wonderful about it. But it's like I said, love-hate relationship.
Yeah, I agree. Like I've learned a lot. I don't want to say I've learned more on social media than I have in school, but I will say.
That's what I was gonna say it, and I just went a different direction because
right.
But it is true.
Yeah, like it's amazing. It's so amazing because you're learning from people as in an unstructured setting. As opposed to just sitting down. I'm pretty sure half the things that I've learned on TikTok, if it was taught in school the way school is, I would not have learned it, because it's an unstructured setting. You're taking in education unknowingly, taking in information, and it's just like, wow, I did not know that. Oh, wow, that's true. Like the TikTok hacks, the DIYs. It's like, oh, let me try this, and it's like, wow, this works, and this is like normal for people. Like this is common sense to them. To me, it's not common sense, And it's just like the amount of information that's out there. Like, thank God, like you said, love hate on social media. Like, thank God for it, because the amount of information, I think we become more aware of having to understand or empathize with other people and their walks of life, right? Because it's like, you're literally seeing somebody who may look just like you, but does not speak the same language, does not get up at the same time, does not have the same values. And it's like, it gives you the opportunity to have that back and forth. And it's like, wow. That's why, like, when we were younger, like, maybe our parents, our parents were told to travel the world, right? So they can take in other cultures. Right. We don't have to do that. Like, it's here on social media.
Yeah. If I guess you could say, if you don't have, from my perspective, I would say if you don't have the opportunity to go there, you could get it on social media. Right, if you don't have the
opportunity, right?
Yeah,
right.
Because I think we should all, at least sometime, travel elsewhere to see.
Yeah, definitely.
To see how they live and how good we have it here, Yeah. I mean, I aside from all the crappy people, the lead the way, I guess, if you want to call it that way, then I like to think that we do have a really better here than other places. But that's another conversation.
Without a doubt, I think we do too. I think it's just like you said, it's like a lot of crappy people, and like we like to focus on the toxicity and the negativity. Of course, yeah. But we really do have it better than a lot of other countries. Like there are countries like us. So I'm Nigerian. So back where my parents came from, till this day, like our electricity is not like consistent. Like there'll be times, the power will just go out. And then you probably won't see it for another hour, and it's just like, wow, that's crazy. And it's like, yo, this is 2021,
and
how are you guys living like that?
That alone, here my light stays on all the time,
all the time. Right.
If it goes out, it's because somebody really fucked up and hit a pole out there or something. You know?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
or a storm or something, you know. But it really has to be like a bad storm. But usually we don't get
Right.
those. At least on this side of the country, we don't.
Right. Yeah.
So do you draw?
Do I draw? No.
Oh, because
No.
I was looking at your is it Gohan and Piccolo in the back?
Oh yeah. That's Gohan and Piccolo.
Yeah.
My boy, he's an artist.
Oh, nice.
His name is AJ. Can I plug in?
Yes,
can I
go
plug
for
in
it.
his Instagram?
Yes.
Let me find it real quick. I think it's AR Joseph on Instagram.
Hey, we'll put him in the description too.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yes. No worries. So we're here for help each other out.
Yeah, definitely. His name is on Instagram. His name is Amos Joseph. The Instagram tag is arj.works. arj.works on Instagram. Yeah, so he does a lot of pieces like this, customized pieces. Like he does a lot of commission works. I wish I had more of his pieces, but actually, so those two are his pieces. That's his piece too. That's all I have.
The bottom one, I could have sworn that bottom one was a picture, but it's a drawing.
This one right here?
Yeah, I could have sworn it was a picture when I saw it.
No, he drew that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a woman. Let me see if I can get closer. Let me try to get closer. Can you see it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's very artistic.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's dope.
Yeah,
he's dope.
He's got some talent. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. He's been at it for some time.
Nice. See, I wish I would have found something like that earlier. But again, it goes back to that egg expression that we use, right? And I beat myself a lot because of that. But I got to stop doing that. I have to stop doing that. I beat myself up because you could have been here by now if you would have started it so many ago, you know? Yeah.
Right, yeah. I think actually recently, I don't know, maybe it's something in the air because recently I was thinking about that too. I'm like, even though I have the mindset of like, when it's your time, but I was thinking like, damn, man, I wish I took myself more seriously. Damn, I wish I took this more seriously. You can't help but do that, but you got to remind yourself, like, listen, everything in God's time, you know, like everything, when he wills it to happen, that's when it's going to happen. You know?
Exactly. That's what I believe. When it's your time, it's going to be your time.
Yeah.
As long as you put in the work.
As long as you put in the work. You can't just sit back and like, oh yeah, so it's not my time and I'm chilling. You can't do that. Like you gotta get prepared for the opportunity. That's all life is. Or that's all life presents you. It's opportunity after opportunity, right? Yeah. And if you're not prepared for the opportunity, then you miss it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You're not even gonna see it because you're not gonna know what it is.
You won't even know. You won't be able to tell that it's an opportunity.
That's what I asked myself. You know, because when I was younger and still in high school, I wanted to do radio, but I never pursued it. And I'm like, right. So where would I be if I would have at least, tried to look into it a little bit? Where would I be today? But it's again goes back to the 15-year-old question.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, man, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to have this conversation with you. Thank you very much for your time, and go ahead and plug your TikTok and all your social medias again, please.
Oh yeah. So once again, thank you again, bro. I really do appreciate it.
Honor.
My name is Ril Laka. I'm an actor based out of New York City. I do travel, so if anybody's trying to book me, let me know. I will travel. Sure. My Instagram and my TikTok is king.ril. My Instagram, let me start that over. My TikTok is king.ril. My Instagram is king with 2 I's .ril, right? And my YouTube, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube, is Ril TV. And yes, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for having me. This was an honor. I don't know if I said it. I don't think I said it, but this is my first, kind of like interaction of this sort. So this is I'm hyped. This is bookmark for me. This is something I'm gonna, plaster up, and then I know later on down the line, as long as you and I are consistent, this is something we're gonna talk about. Like, remember when we did the podcast over the phone, and now we on stage in front of the audience doing this? It's like,
And hopefully we're in a studio by that time. I hope to be.
Yeah, right. Yes. That's the goal, man. Yes, that's the goal. Humble beginnings. That's all it is.
Of course. Well, man, I wish you the most success from the bottom of my heart. Really, really, I wish you success.
I appreciate it.
And please keep at it. Just keep hammering at it. We'll get there eventually. And
definitely. Thank you.
And thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk to you. And I really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, I'll keep in touch. Please keep in touch too as well. And,
definitely.
And if you ever want to come back on, just shoot me an email. We'll schedule something. And we'll just talk again. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you want to talk about. We could do it.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Great.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All right, man.
All right.
Bye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, my friend King Ril from TikTok. That's what I like. I like getting to meet people who are grinding. Grinding is the right word, right? Who are grinding out there trying to make something happen for their life. People who have great interest. Is that the right word? Great interest? Great interest? No, the great interest is not the right word. People who are... I lose the word. What's the right word that I'm thinking about? I'm trying to think of the word. Drive. People who have drive. I enjoy talking to them because it motivates me. I find myself in a lot of situations where I'm like, you're not good at this. Stop it. What are you doing? This isn't for you. And, we shouldn't do that. But I want to say thank you again to everybody who's been subscribing to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It costs you nothing. It means the world to me. Please help me out. And that's it for today. Thank you again, King Ril, for giving me the opportunity of your time. I appreciate it. And that's that for today. Deuces, everyone.